Yo, what is up guys? It's the Goblin and welcome back to another Fortnite Battle Royale tips and tricks video. In this video, we're going to be talking about how to win more in Fortnite, how to get better at Fortnite and win more solos, but more specifically breaking it down to how to be a smart player in this game and how to actually, make good decisions, understanding opportunity cost by going for one thing you're missing out on something else, and really managing your time and making the right decisions to get more wins in this game. This is something I want to do more of, taking, of course, the game, getting solo wins, and break it down to more specific things, and today is all about decision making. So if you guys could smack a like on this video, I'd very, very much appreciate that. You guys have been really enjoying these tips and tricks videos. That's why I want to get more in depth. I think you guys will enjoy this episode on decision making. So smack that like button. Let's go for 2,000 likes again. That would be absolutely incredible if we could hit that. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new and not already subscribed. I really do appreciate everyone new subscribing, and also everyone supporting me in the item shop. My supporter creator is the Goblin YT. Apparently, they just announced that starting, they're going to have basically Christmas daily challenges and items and stuff happening in Fortnite, and a lot of probably winter stuff coming back to the item shop. So I appreciate everyone supporting me. Like I said, you just enter that in the item shop, press square or whatever it is, and put in the Goblin YT. So shout out to everyone, using the support a creator. Why did I say create a supporter? Support a creator helping me out. All right, let's get right into these tips and tricks. Now, the first thing is decision making. Now, when it comes down to it, there's very micro and very macro decisions, or there's also small and big decisions that happen within a game. The first one that I have written down here on my notes to talk about is shoot versus build, and this is going to be your decision in pretty much every single fight. Now, the mentality you should have if you're a good player is a build first, shoot second mentality, unless it's a free shot, then you want to take that, of course, but for the most part, you want to be blocking them off and taking the shot when it's a good time for you to take the shot, not when it's a good time for you and the enemy, if that makes sense. So there's classic moves such as things you should practice in a playground or whatever, are taking a pump shot and then putting up a wall instantly, or a wall ramp and then going over the top for the second shot. So you basically want your fights to go where you're close range fights or build fights with shotguns, you're taking a shot, you're building, they're blocking their shot or stopping them from taking the shot, and then you're getting height advantage and getting another angle on there. There's other moves such as the jumping up in the air, taking a shot, and then landing back on another floor that you built or it was already built before. The Tfue classic. Shooting versus building. I really think having a build first mentality, and you want to shoot when they have their builds out. When they have their blueprints out, ready to build, they don't have their shotgun out, and you can get that split second where you pull your shotgun out, you have that shot. Don't miss out on opportunities to be aggressive, but you have to understand aggressiveness versus, playing when it's time for offense versus when it's time for defense, and preserving your health is a major key in making smart decisions. You can't really play smart if you only have 20 health. You sort of have to just hide and get lucky, and basically I think that this is really, really key. Shooting versus building to preserve your health is a major key, and it's something that you'll just get the hang of, but try to always remember, block them off. Don't let them, play goalie, block them off, don't let them get damage in on you, and then when you have that opportunity, take the shot. Next thing I wrote down in my notes here to talk about is opportunity cost. Now, this is a major key because basically every Fortnite match lasts around, we'll say 18 to 25 minutes or something, probably a little bit less, 18 to 22, 23 minutes, right? I'm talking like your normal solos from when everyone spawns in until the end of the game, right? So the thing with that is you have a lot of time there. During that time, you have time to loot. You have time to get kills. You have time to farm, of course, if you are staying alive. And the idea behind opportunity cost is that when you're doing something, you're missing out on something else. So, for example, a lot of people love the airplanes now for Season 7. And while, yes, you can probably just fly around in an airplane and survive until the top 10, your opportunity cost is you're up in the sky, you're missing out on all that loot, all that, the trees are being farmed, the wood stacks are being farmed, the cars are being farmed, the brick, the stones are being farmed. You're missing out on all that because the opportunity cost is, sure, you're safe and up in that plane, you can rotate fast or whatever and dive bomb on people for kills, but you're missing out on stuff. And that's something that I think is very, very key. And knowing what you have to do to elevate your game is understanding that you're making that right decision on how to spend your time. And what I've written down here and what I call it is is making plans. So you'll see me do this in my games a lot. What I like to do is make a plan. So for example, how this would work, it would say, I win a fight, right? I'm 125 health and shield, which isn't too good. I don't have any extra shields, and I only have 100 mats. My plan is probably going to be, number 1, farm up mats. I need to have mats, number 1. Number 2, look for shields or look to third party a fight to get shields. You know, look for under natural loot or under the Negan strategy from Walking Dead, where you come in and take other people's loot, right? So you can do it either way there. And then my next thing would probably be to rotate to the zone and to build up. So you make plans, you know, farming, looking for shield, looking for fights, looking for positioning. All of that, you should have an order based on your game. If you're max materials and you are no shields, you can skip the farming step and go for looking for shields, right? If you have no materials but you have everything else perfectly, you should probably just go inside a building and just start smacking everything in that building to make sure that you do have mats for that. If you have everything ready to go, you should probably just rotate to the zone and build up a nice steel base. Decision making and making a plan. A lot of people just run around the map and just, oh, there's a guy there, let's go fight that guy. Run, we're dead. You know, you have to have sort of a plan of what you're going to want to do, and you can veer off of that plan or interrupt it, but you have to know what you're doing with the opportunity cost when it comes down to that. I think that is a major key to becoming a smart Fortnite player. Next thing that I wrote down here is understanding rotations based off of the bus. Now, this video I'm going in depth. These tips aren't very, simple stuff. Understanding rotations based off of the bus routes and the storm combos. So this is something that's a little more in depth. For example, I know that if the bus route is over Tilted Towers, the one that goes straight north to south or south to north, I think, either way, it doesn't really matter, over Tilted Towers, Retail Row is usually a fairly free drop. Only a couple players will stretch it that far. Places like Lonely and Wailing are even more free. Paradise, because people don't like to stretch off that bus route. So I would know based off of that, the majority of players probably land in the snow area, the Tilted Towers, Loot Lake, Pleasant Park area. So if I land at Retail Row, I'll know which side of the map is the weak side and which side of the map is the strong side. An example of this is one of the, and you can combine, there's only a certain amount of bus routes in the game. I don't know exactly how many, but there, when you play the game a lot and have thousands of games played, like most people that take this game seriously do, hundreds of wins, if not thousands of wins, thousands of games played. Some people have tens of thousands of games played, thousands, tens of thousands of kills. That there's only a certain amount of combos, and understanding bus routes and how hot drops are is a super duper key, but also combining those with how the storm will move in. And the storm will move in different ways every single game, but there's only a certain amount of combos for that as well. For example, one of my famous drops that I love and I know I'm very good at is when I drop Tilted and the storm moves us, I guess it would be northeast towards where Risky Reels used to be, which is now the block, which I believe just got updated on the update that they're doing right now as I'm recording this video. A new update just came out, and I believe the block is now they put some sort of something there, so it's pretty cool now. And basically a mini factory looting sort of place. But you guys know what I mean. That bus route was very nice, where I would move up with the zone because I knew everyone else was moving in with me. All I had to do was stay a little bit ahead of it, have med kits, spend some time in the zone, and get those kills. So understanding where you like to go, and this is why I say to be a smart player, you should probably only have 3 or 4 places that you drop based on different bus routes, and that's how I pick my drops. It's not, I feel like, Pleasant Park, there's a tree over there that looks nice. It's, okay, this is a good bus route for a hot drop at Tilted, a medium drop at Pleasant, or a soft drop over at Retail Row. It all depends, and it's all about being smart with that. And I think that's something that just comes, I can explain it to you, but it's something that you have to pay attention to when you're playing and, execute it. My next tip here is picking your fights and times and sizing up opponents. And while you never want to underestimate an opponent or, judge an opponent based off the skin, as we know a lot of great players run default skins and stuff like that, I think the best way to judge a player based on the amount of TDness, I guess they're going to give you, or the amount of annoyance they're going to be, is based on how fast, the speed of their building and the speed of their building vertically. So how fast can they get that verticality and, build up? And sometimes you have to understand, okay, this player over here doesn't look that good. I'm going to rush and take out this guy first in the third party and then deal with the good player. Or when, you're top 5 and you realize, hey, this guy's been lighting up the kill feed speed, there's some pressure on him, we want to third party him. Stuff like that takes it to be more advanced, and using streamer mode, you can sort of track where people are and how many people, or you can't track really who's going on the biggest killing sprees until late game, but you can track, what skin just killed what skin up there and what's going on, and picking your fights is important. Sometimes, you have, say there's 10 people left, there's 2 tryhards out there, you and another player. Sometimes you might be in a spot where you don't want to fight that tryhard right now. It might be better to jump pad over, get to a spot where you have the zone advantage, take them out, and a lot of times it is about, you'll have some people that hide till the end, and you'll have some people that fight till the end and that earn their spot till the end and stuff like that, and you never know what you're going to run up against until you start the fight. And I think that picking your fights and understanding that, hey, if I take this fight against a tryhard, I'm probably going to burn a lot of mats, burn a lot of shields. Maybe it's better if I wait a second until he's moved up a little bit more into the zone, and then we fight once we're in the zone, so we don't get stuck in the storm. Fighting a good player when you're stuck in the storm sucks. You might want to wait to take that shot, and then when you're in the zone, take that shot. Or for another example, if you're getting 5th partied and that good player's right on top of you, you might just want to get out of there and then wait until you can get a clean one-on-one fight for later. Hope you guys did enjoy this video. Hopefully these tips and tricks could help you guys out maybe a little bit. Drop a like if you guys did enjoy. Subscribe if you guys are new. Check out some other vids, and have a great night, and I'm out. Peace.